In the infinite blackness of deep space, a lone relic of human ingenuity drifts. Voyager 1, humanity's farthest emissary, now over 22 billion kilometers from Earth. Launched in 1977, this ancient machine, with less computing power than a modern smartphone, was never meant to survive this long. Yet for nearly 5 decades, it has endured the cosmic abyss, defying the odds, outlasting its creator's wildest dreams. Its mission was simple: explore the outer planets, send back data, and then fade into the void. But something extraordinary has happened. Voyager 1 has transmitted a signal that no one anticipated, a message that shatters our understanding of the universe, defies the laws of physics, and confirms our deepest, most primal fears. This is not a tale of science fiction. This is the impossible becoming reality, a story of a probe that stumbled upon something so profound, so shocking, that it challenges the very fabric of existence itself. Picture this: a tiny spacecraft, no larger than a car, hurtling through the interstellar medium, far beyond the reach of the sun's warmth. Its instruments, designed in an era of analog technology, were built to capture the beauty of Jupiter's swirling storms and Saturn's majestic rings. It completed that mission with breathtaking success, beaming back images that redefined our view of the solar system. But Voyager 1 was always destined for more. Using a rare planetary alignment, it was slingshot toward the edge of the heliosphere, the sun's protective bubble, and in 2012 it crossed the heliopause, becoming the first human-made object to enter interstellar space. Scientists expected a desolate void, a cold, empty expanse where the sun's influence vanished. What Voyager found instead was anything but empty. The space beyond was alive, dense with plasma waves, warm, turbulent, and pulsing with magnetic fields far stronger and more erratic than any model predicted. This wasn't a lifeless vacuum, it was a cosmic ocean, teeming with energy, particles, and unseen forces that whispered of a universe far stranger than we'd ever imagined. For years, Voyager 1 sent back faint signals, each one a struggle against the vast distance and its own decaying systems. Every transmission was a miracle, a testament to human engineering and the probe's relentless spirit. But in late 2024, something changed. The data streaming back from the probe grew erratic, laced with anomalies that baffled engineers and scientists alike. At first, they dismissed it as noise, the inevitable breakdown of a machine pushed beyond its limits. But then came the impossible: a spike in temperature readings from the probe's outer sensor array, a system not designed to detect thermal radiation in the frigid depths of interstellar space. These weren't random fluctuations, they were structured pulses, rhythmic, almost deliberate. The readings showed bursts of magnetism, plasma wave density shifts, and energy patterns that followed precise cycles, too ordered to be chance. Voyager 1, drifting in a region where nothing should exist, had encountered something that wasn't just passing through space, but interacting with it. The heliosphere, once thought to be a sturdy shield protecting our solar system, was revealed by Voyager to be far more complex. It's not a solid barrier, but a porous membrane, a dynamic interface where solar winds clash with the interstellar medium. Voyager's data showed that this boundary is fractured, with rifts where cosmic matter seeps in, creating zones of intense energy and turbulence. The plasma beyond the heliopause was denser, hotter, and more magnetized than any scientist had predicted. It was as if the probe had crossed into a realm governed by forces not born of our sun. a domain where the rules of physics bent in ways we couldn't explain. And then in early 2025, Voyager's trajectory began to shift. It wasn't a random drift or a malfunction. The probe's path showed a subtle but measurable deviation, as if nudged by an unseen force. Its antenna, designed to point toward Earth, began realigning toward a fixed coordinate in deep space. Not a star, not a planet, just an empty patch of blackness. It was as if something out there had gently tilted the probe's gaze, like a compass, finding a new north in a magnetic field no one could detect. Scientists scrambled to diagnose the anomaly, but Voyager's responses were incomplete, delayed, fragmented. Yet there was something eerily intentional about the data. The probe seemed to be trying to communicate, using its limited language of raw numbers and signals to convey something extraordinary. Among the garbled transmissions was an ultra-low frequency pulse buried deep within the data stream. It wasn't noise. It matched the rhythmic plasma patterns Voyager had recorded weeks earlier. When analyzed, the waveform revealed harmonics, mathematically precise, but magnified in strange, off-scale intervals. Some researchers suggested it was interference from an unseen source, a natural phenomenon amplifying cosmic signals. Others dared to propose something far more radical, that the signal was being modulated by an external force, as if space itself were acting like a giant antenna, refracting and echoing information across unimaginable distances. The idea was dismissed publicly, but in private, research teams kept running the models, unable to shake the feeling that Voyager had stumbled upon a cosmic whisper, a signal that wasn't meant for us, but one we'd intercepted nonetheless. As weeks passed, Voyager's behavior grew stranger. Dormant subsystems, offline for decades, powered on without command. Sensors that hadn't functioned since the probe's early years began transmitting raw, unfiltered data in erratic bursts. What they sent back was unlike anything in Voyager's original programming. The data sets were compressed in unfamiliar formats, their structure mathematically sound but utterly foreign. Engineers initially blamed cosmic rays or voltage surges, but then came the real shock. The data showed coherent patterns resembling encryption, not from Earth, not from any known technology. Linguistic AI, typically used to decode human languages, was applied to search for symbolic logic. The results were staggering. The patterns didn't match any Earth-based system, but they mirrored the recursive structures of Voyager's low-frequency anomalies. In other words, the data wasn't random. It had form, perhaps even meaning. Some researchers began to whisper that Voyager had passed through an environment that left an imprint on its systems, like a fingerprint etched into its memory. That memory is now on Earth, locked in secure servers, and no one knows what it truly contains. The implications are staggering, and they tap into a fear as old as humanity itself. That in our quest to explore the unknown, we might uncover something we were never meant to find. Voyager 1's altered course, its mysterious pulses, its inexplicable data, all point to a possibility that's both thrilling and terrifying. What if the probe didn't just drift through space? What if it crossed a threshold, a region where the boundaries of space-time thin, where matter, energy, and information behave in ways we can't comprehend? This isn't about wormholes or sci-fi portals. It's about the possibility that Voyager stumbled into a natural phenomenon, or something else entirely, that operates beyond our understanding. The probe's silence, its corrupted data, its sudden sensor activations might not be errors. They might be side effects of entering a domain not designed for human machines, a place where the universe itself speaks in ways we're only beginning to hear. Voyager 1's power is fading. Its plutonium core, which has kept it alive for nearly half a century, will run dry by late 2025. When that happens, the probe will fall silent, its last signal lost to the cosmic void. But what it has already sent back will echo through science for decades. The temperature of interstellar plasma, twice what models predicted. Magnetic fields, stronger and more chaotic than expected. Particle density, fluctuating in ways that defy explanation. These aren't just numbers, they're clues to a universe far more complex than we imagined. The heliosphere isn't a wall. It's a living boundary, a volatile interface where forces clash and intertwine. Voyager crossed that boundary, and in doing so, it revealed that the space beyond isn't empty. It's alive with structures, energies, and perhaps even intent. The golden record, that iconic disc aboard Voyager, carries the sounds of Earth, music, greetings, the laughter of children. It was meant to be a message to the stars, a declaration that we exist, that we dream. But now, as Voyager drifts through a realm we can't fully grasp, that record feels less like a message and more like a beacon. What if something out there heard it? What if something responded, not with words, but with the subtle nudge of a trajectory, the faint pulse of a signal, the cryptic imprint of data? The probe's final transmissions, now being analyzed in secret labs, are more than scientific data. They're a mystery, a puzzle that might hold the key to something ancient, powerful, perhaps even sentient. Voyager wasn't built to find life, but what if life, or something beyond our definition of it, found Voyager? The universe is vast, older than we can fathom, and filled with forces we've only begun to understand. Voyager 1, a machine born of human curiosity, was sent to explore the edges of our world. But in its journey, it may have gone further, crossing into a larger cosmic web, a hidden structure that binds the galaxy in ways we can't yet see. Its data suggests the presence of fields, filaments, or anomalies that connect stars, galaxies, perhaps even realities. If true, Voyager didn't just leave our solar system, it entered a new one, a domain where the rules of existence shift, where the impossible becomes possible. And now, as its signal weakens, we're left with questions that burn brighter than ever. What did Voyager encounter? Was it a natural phenomenon, a cosmic structure, or something that saw our probe and chose to respond? The fear isn't just that Voyager found something, it's that something found Voyager. The probe's subtle course correction, its inexplicable data patterns, its sudden bursts of activity all suggest an interaction, a moment where the universe reached out and touched a machine we sent in our place. Scientists are racing to decode the last fragments of Voyager's transmissions, but the truth may be bigger than any one discovery. This isn't just about a dying probe. It's about a message, one that didn't come from Earth, one that might not even be finished. We sent Voyager to say, "We are here." But now, across the unimaginable void, something may have whispered back, a whisper we're not ready to understand. As Voyager 1 drifts further into the unknown, its silence grows louder. Each fading signal is a reminder of how small we are, how vast the universe is, and how little we truly know. The probe carries our hopes, our fears, our legacy etched onto a golden disk that may outlast our species. But it also carries something else now. Data that doesn't belong to us, patterns that defy our science, a story that's only beginning to unfold. What lies out there, in the blackness where Voyager points? Is it a structure, a field, a message, or something so far beyond our comprehension that it reshapes everything we believe? The answers are out there, encoded in the probe's final transmissions, waiting for us to find the courage to listen. This is the story of Voyager 1, a machine that left Earth as a tool and became something more. A messenger, a witness, perhaps even a herald of truths we're not yet ready to face. Its journey wasn't meant to end in silence. It was meant to open a door. And now, we stand on the threshold, staring into a universe that's no longer just a backdrop, but a presence, alive with secrets, waiting to be heard. What do you think Voyager found? Was it a cosmic anomaly, a hidden structure, or something that saw our probe and chose to speak? The universe is whispering, and Voyager is its voice. The question is, are we brave enough to listen